Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Monday morning, and Christmas is right around the corner. But first, we got to do our weather today, brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. We're calling for a high today of 72 and a low of 50. Get back to seasonal tide chart. Let's look at our Monday moon phase. I always like to look at it on Monday. We have a full moon tomorrow night. It should be beautiful this time of year. The new moon for the month of December now will be the 28th of the month, okay? Now, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Getting back to some good tides this week. This morning, low at 456 and high at 722. Let's do our fishing game times today. 10:21 to 12:21 this morning, right around lunch, and then this evening 10:51 to 12:51. It being Monday and all, I'd like to, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to call sea quarters, and I had a report from Carabel in a little bit of time, so I'm going to see how they're doing down there and see if we can get them going.
Good morning, sea quarters.
Hey, Captain Kim, Winston Chester, Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, Mr. Chester.
Okay, look, it's a Monday morning now. I know it's an odd time and y'all are busy. Give us an idea of some winter fishing down in your area and what's been going on recently and what we look forward to in wintertime.
Okay. Mostly trout and redfish are still biting. They're pretty hot and heavy over closer to Lanark. The sea bass and sheepshead have been huge. They've been doing a lot of right off Dog Island here because the weather's been a little windy. But like I said, the sea bass and the sheepshead are pretty plentiful. And we've got plenty of worms and crickets for the up the river kind of fishing. They've been catching a lot of brim and cats and stuff right up the river and right here off the dock. So.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I was thinking about the loopers. Have you had any loopers coming in recently?
Yes, sir. We are full. They're really not able to go anywhere at the moment. Looks like possibly Monday is going to be a good window for them to start heading south.
Okay. Well, that's good. I just want to get a quick report, and we'll try to see y'all sometime in Christmas holidays.
Sounds good. Yeah, we got our big boat parade coming up on Saturday, so hopefully that'll go good. And I should mention the webcam on top of the marina.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. All right, that's Captain Kim at Sea Quarters Marina, and always something going on down there. So let's take our first break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Got a big week planned. We're getting ready for Christmas, so I'm gonna have some folks coming in with some Christmas presents and all kind of ideas we can do as outdoors people to give our fellow outdoorsmen. But I want to, what that cold blast we had last couple of days, I always think about ducks. And in fact, I saw some lesser scops fly in our North Bay, and when they came in, I knew what was going on. That wind, all that wind we had last week, it sort of pushed them out front. So if you want to go and find out where the ducks are, go online, and you can go on Ducks Unlimited and all of that, and you can actually, I've showed you before, just want to remind you because of this weather and all we just had over the weekend, and you can find out they're starting to be pushed down now. So when I saw that flight come in, I said, December and January, they're going to be coming in. So check your migratory paths, and you can get not live reports, but daily reports from the cornfields and the Mississippi Flyway, the Atlantic Flyway. But I will check it again pretty soon. But when I saw them, I wanted to mention they all too. A lot of times we get together for Christmas time with family and do all kind of fun things. And I wanted to share, I was thinking last night, some things to talk about today. I wanted to share some Christmas activities that you can do with a family, because a lot of times, family comes in, you got a lot of spare time to just do some, catch your breath, not just visit with family, just do things with them, some little sort of outdoor related activities. I know some of y'all are going to get some archery stuff for Christmas, I've already heard, and that's becoming a popular thing now with kids, getting back into archery. I do want to tell you, when you do your games, and I'll mention it before, always get them, after they shoot a little bit, always get them a little balloon to pop. And that's when I had the kids at Mosley doing archery, I told you before, they love to pop a balloon with an arrow. It's just something that sound, I guess. So little things like that sort of adds on to some Christmas activities. But I wrote down a couple of things that we've done in the past with our grandkids and family and different folks and all, and I've got 3 or 4. I'm just going to give you a brief idea and to do them on Christmas, the day after Christmas or Christmas Eve, or during the week when you have a bunch of them together around the house. One thing, we're talking about tracks, animal tracks and all. If you can go online, find animal tracks and all, and make a little game out of it, put them in 2s and 3s, and have little numbers and all, and where they can go, all right, what's number 7? Oh, that's a bear track, or, you know, make a little game out of it, and put some tracks, actually, just draw them out with a stick. They don't have to be a perfect track, just draw them out with a stick, like a turkey track, and let them go around doing that, and then give the winner some Kool-Aid or something, or just jump up and down. Animal sounds, that's something you do at nighttime, you know. Get this right here, all you gotta do is look it up, animal sounds, and just have a contest, and you know, make it out like a Jeopardy kind, and play the animal sounds. Oh, that's a wolf, that's a bear. So that's a fun outdoor activity. I wrote down a scavenger hunt. Now, a scavenger hunt, they go way back, but you can make it an outdoor scavenger hunt. And I'm starting where I'm keeping notes in my phone now, and a lot of the things we do on this scavenger hunt right here, y'all might can see that. I wrote down all the different things. Look here, and I would give clues, and I'm not going to read all of them to you, but I always made them. I made them up myself. I made them outdoor related. A fish can swim, but a tree has a limb. So okay, so what they'll go to different places. Now this evolved into a treasure hunt. So what they would do, I put them in a group, and they would take that clue right there. So they'd go somewhere in the yard or somewhere around the yard looking for a tree limb. Okay, so that tree limb had another little sheet of paper, and it said, to get this clue is really neat because the water is under your feet. So they got to go somewhere like a little bridge or something over the ditch, and then they'll look around for that. And it just goes on. You can be creative. This is like almost a couple of hour and a half or something of kids looking. And at the end of it, now you have a really nice treasure. And when I think treasure, some reason as a kid I was fascinated with silver dollars. And you can go to a corn shop and all and get some silver dollars. You ain't got to get 2,000 of them. Get 15, 20 silver dollars in a little satchel or something, tied up like a lost treasure. And but the treasure hunt itself is a lot of fun. I get a kick out of. Let's see. Let me read some okay. Okay, sometimes it's just so many of them. I talked about my dog. I can't do that anymore. Talked about a kayak. Okay, Granddad has many a boat. Doesn't matter if it's old or new, but just so they float. And then so they know to go look around my boat somewhere. Then to go around, look around a big tree, and on and on. But anyway, you get the gist of the idea of just having a treasure hunt with a group of the kids and all, and no matter what age, and the parents, you find out the parents sort of want to jump in there and help out a little bit. Try to figure out these clues. So these are some outdoor activities you can do with your family and all during the Christmas holidays. I just wanted to share those with you. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Checking my list and checking it twice. I did see I left off metal detector. If you got a little, and they're not a lot expensive now, but kids love a metal detector. You can put them in groups or whatever. And I'll give them a time limit, like one group go 10 minutes, another group, and spread out like quarters and all in the yard, and let them find a metal detector. Take a metal detector and find those coins, and that's a lot of fun. They enjoy it. So you pre-plan them, and that's a good Christmas activity to do also. Now, like I say, speaking of gifts, I don't have folks coming on all week, showing you all kind of examples. I got a couple. I've had this on before, but a couple of ideas for Christmas. And I don't know if you have time to get this done. If not, you can do it for later on for a birthday or something. This is a custom-made rod, and one of my students, Caleb, made this for me, and it did it in Mosley colors, but it's a custom-made rod. It's a lightweight rod, specially made, and I fished with it not too long ago, and I just have, when you get a custom-made rod, you just have fond memories of the folks who gave it to you as a present, and that'll last me my lifetime. So, of course, unless I break it with a big fish and all. But custom-made rod is a great Christmas idea. A couple of little things here, some rod holders. Put this for wade fishing. You can get these at our sponsors. And I've had this on before. The bubble blade knife. The fillet knife. called a Bubble Blade. You know, I've interviewed him on, when I went down to see Opa. But these are really good knives, so that's a good idea there. Okay, and just any kind of fishing tools, but get them in stainless, but stocking stuffers and all, these are good ideas too. Any kind of situation like this where it's going to help the outdoorsman be happy and all. Cookbook, outdoor cookbook, this is some Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association. They have them, you know, books just make a wonderful gift. And so anyway, just something I brought. Like I said, I'm gonna have some other guests coming on later on this week, showing, give me some ideas, because you know we can always use some good ideas when it comes to shopping for our fellow outdoorsmen. Now, wintertime fishing is good. November, December, we talked about it. We had George Stewart on the show last week. We talked about wintertime fishing, and you know, talking about the Apalachicola River system is good, but also North Bay, West Bay, some local Choctawhatchee Bay areas. So you get out. Winter fishing, 2 reasons it's good. Number one, the fish are still biting. I mean, they're going to eat. And number two, a lot of guys and girls are out in the woods now, and they're not fishing. So I got this video here going fishing with Captain Bill Barlow. So Jeff, it's a little short video. So Jeff, let's roll this one.
Kills my fishing when they're not oysters, though.
I'm lined up.
All right.
I'm pulling out a pretty bayou. Good morning, Captain Bill Barlow.
Morning, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Appreciate the invitation this morning.
All right, let's go out and get us some big redfish.
How you been doing lately? Fishing been pretty decent?
I hadn't really been that much. The weather's not right, and I'm working out in the oyster bar all the time. So on a day I get to go is on Sunday.
Well, we got a little fog this morning.
Yeah, we're not worried about that. I got the machine right here.
That's great. Pretty bayou. There you go. All right. All right. Go. I got this one on here. You see it's on a mirror down. This is a little bit bigger one right here. We had him there a minute. He's probably tired. What do you think?
About 13 and a half, 14.
Oh, yeah. Right. Good trout. Pretty trout. About 13 a bit.
You got a whole different look when they're 15.
That's nice. We're trying to catch some redfish, but this bayou is full of trout. Oh, this one's a little bigger. He hit it right away, didn't he? Yeah. All right.
16, 17.
That's a keeper. You want him for dinner? Bill's gonna pull my fish out. Tell about rubber net right there, Bill.
Rubber landing net is the trick.
Yeah.
You throw the lure in there, you just get it right out.
Look how
And
fast you got
crop
it out. Yeah. Good deal.
Nice little trout.
Yeah.
Looks like he's been beat up before.
He has been hit on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that. You think something hit him?
Yeah, something's porpoise or something.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back. Let's go over these fishing game times again today, 10:21 to 12:21, right around noon, and then tonight, 10:51, 12:51. Just want to double check, make sure you get it. Like I said, wintertime fishing is good, always fun to fish with Captain Bill Barlow. I was looking at December tides, and I mentioned it during the weather. December, this week's tides are very strong. In fact, the strongest of the month. So we've got some really strong incoming tides in the afternoon. So if you get a chance to do some afternoon winter fishing, it's going to be good, okay? Now, a couple other things I wanted to mention. We're going to, like I say, have some more guests and all this week, but I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions, and we're going to sort of, instead of me doing them all at one time, I'm just bringing them to you a little bit at a time. And one of the things I was going to talk about was going to be, one of the resolutions I'm going to have is going to be, this year, 2017, I will be able to, this coming year, I will be able to spend more time on the water than I ever have in my lifetime. And that's a really big deal. I'm at a point in time in my life that I have retired, even though I retired halfway through 6 months ago, but I've been pretty busy. So, but this coming year now, I got a new boat, and that's another story, but we're going to really spend some time on the water. So with that being so, we're going to have an awful lot more, well, I got to balance out videos, and then you hear me talk, and then me having guests and all that. So it's a huge balancing act, and I think we hit the right medium right now. But with that being said, one of the resolutions, we're going to do more footage as far as one for instance is a GoPro. We're going to have more GoPro footage. So that's one of my resolutions this year on our videos, have more GoPro underwater footage. So let me know if you get too much of it, because you can get too much of that. You can get too much drone, you get too much GoPro, and you get too much people just right in your face. So you got to balance that out. And I'm by no means an outstanding cameraman and all, but Gail and Jeff work miracles with some of that stuff I bring into them. Okay. Also, don't forget, speaking of New Year coming up, let me know your favorite show we've had this past year. We've had all kinds. We've only done 250 shows, so if you can pick out one or two that you really enjoyed, it doesn't necessarily have to be all action shows. Some of them are action shows. Some of them we've had special guests on. And so let me know the shows that you've enjoyed. And between Christmas and New Year's that week, we always show the top shows, and we'll get a look at those again. That's about the only time in these 250 shows that we do a rerun. Every now and then I'll show a video for the second time, but the rest of them are all new shows. Also, I got we're talking about the feedback and all we get. I got the neatest message the other day from one of the viewers up in another county, and she had done something good for a fellow person, and she was sharing and basically she had forgotten to leave a tip. She had forgotten to talk to the waitress and all, and left, and had forgotten to leave the tip. She went back there and apologized and got to talk some more and all, and actually gave the lady. She had $30 in her pocket. She gave the lady all $30, the waitress and all. And she said because one of the things that inspired her, because every day we say do something good for your fellow man, and we don't say that just try to be cool or just fill in space or something. We really mean that. And I hear stories on a pretty regular basis where people do good things for their fellow man here in the Panhandle. And I was thinking that I want to keep a record of it. So when you do something good like that, if you would, let me know. And what we can do, we can make a collection of stories, and who knows what we can do with them. I mean, we could do a small book out of them, and then sell the book and take those proceeds and donate it to some needy organizations. One that first comes to my mind, the American Diabetes Association, because of Whitney's having diabetes for the rest of our life. So there's so much research can be done out there. So many good things can come out of the good things we do as outdoorsmen. That's what makes me so proud of being here in Florida Panhandle. when we come, we had last Friday's show, George Stewart and his daughter Alicia on, and what a heartwarming, heartbreaking, challenging, frightful situation they're facing as a family. That his little grandson and her son, in his first 7 days of his life, he's going to have to go through open heart surgery. And would it be nice that we could all donate to help on that? And by the way, we do these little bracelets here. We do have these at Fox 28 Studio, and you can come by, and Jeff will be here, or Bob, and come by before 4 o'clock. Our receptionist will be here, and tell them you just want to get one of these bracelets and donate, say, a minimum $5 to go to the to this fundraiser. And it's just an amazing. I think they said that first operation was like $700,000, and he's got to have 3 more, and insurance can't pay but so much. And so when we ask up to step up the place, I just think more time, especially this time of year, step because all the way from Salvation Army, bell ringers and all, and I just get thrilled and seeing people doing things for other people. I want to get a message from one of the viewers that she did something like that. It's just inspirational to me. So anytime you can do kind of inspirational stories, I know on this show we talk about all kind of things, and I think that's what keeps me going is the feedback I get from you as a viewer and audience. And not just, you all are so good about sending pictures of the big fish and big bucks and all that, but it all melts into one thing, and it's all of us being with our fellow man, being with our family, and enjoying the great outdoors and doing things like this. So it's just a thrill to me. So keep all this in mind. Now, like I say, the rest of this week, a couple of days this week, I'm going to have some guests coming on and showing us some Christmas gifts that we can get for our fellow outdoorsmen. So we're going to wrap things up. We had a good show today. Tomorrow, have a good day, work day, and as always, do something good for your fellow man. You don't have to all give them everything in your pocket, but just do something good for your fellow man and help them out. You have a great day. Enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.